Today we're making 4 cards with the beautiful foiling products of super sponsor Crafty Critter and sketches from Kendra's Card Challenge number 18. And the sketches I chose today are particularly handy for scraps and paper stripes you have in your stash. My name is Julia and I'm an enthusiastic card maker and paper crafter from Austria. Welcome to my channel, Julie's Kreativschatzkiste. As mentioned, we are going to use products of super sponsor Crafty Critter today. And we're using 2 sketches of Kendra's Card Challenge number 18. And I'm going to make 2 versions of each sketch, just to show you the difference whether you use foiled paper or patterned paper. So these are the products I'm going to use today. There's this beautiful hot toner foil called Silver Hearts. There's this wonderful, gorgeous paper, which I really love. I love these intense colors. It just looks like alcohol inks, doesn't it? Then we're going to use some foil art sheets, which we're going to foil with my laminator. There are great patterns on the foil sheets, and if you foil them with the foil of your choice, they really look amazing. And what I particularly like about the foil art sheets is they just look different depending on the foil you use. So I'm going to use a Silver Hearts foil today, but if you prefer colors, you can foil them in green or in pink or in red or in blue, just as you like, and that's great. And by the way, of course, all the products I use are linked in my description box. Here are also some sentiments, which I'm also going to foil. There are these great big smiles, and there are also smaller sentiments in this pack. So these are the sheets I'm going to foil now. If you know how to foil, you can skip ahead, of course, but I'm going to show it to you very quickly. First, I start out by cutting the right size out of my foil, and I make sure that my entire foil art sheet is covered by the foil. I put that pretty side up on my foil art sheet, and these 2 together I put in a folded piece of printer paper. And the whole package I send through my laminator, where I use the lowest level of heat. And now come the big reveals. Isn't that gorgeous? I really love these colors of the foil. They're so pretty. And you also can see the hearts within the foil. And I'm really glad the camera is picking up all the colors. By the way, I did a previous video for Crafty Critter, and there you see how you can color all these foil art sheets with stamping inks to have them in the colors matching your cards. But this time I'm going to leave them white, because I used the very intense patterned papers, which I showed you before, and I think the contrast to the white is really great there. And here's my last reveal for today, the sentiments. I just love the reveals. So now I'm going to show you all my foiled sheets again, and it's so easy and quick to foil these sheets. No problem at all, and they all foiled perfectly. Alright, now we can start making our cards. I start by cutting down my European A6 format to the American A2 format, which is just cutting off a strip at the end. If you prefer the A6 format, it's of course possible to amend the sketches as well. We're going to make sketch number 9 and sketch number 11 today from Kendra's Card Challenge 18, and I'm going to tell you more about it in a second. I'm going to make 2 versions of each sketch, and I'm going to switch the places between the foiled sheets and the patterned paper, just to show you the difference. I start out by cutting my papers according to the sketches. And if you have the question how you get the sketches, that is pretty easy, because Kendra from the YouTube channel Cards by Kendra puts out a free PDF every quarter. And in the PDF, you get all the measurements for 18 card sketches that can be made out of 6 sheets of 6x6 inch patterned paper. And you not only get the measurements for the individual sketches, you also get a cutting guide. And if you cut your 6x6 inch patterned paper sheets, according to the cutting guides, you have all the papers you need for the 18 cards. You just need to add your matting layers and your sentiments, but also the measurements for the matting layers are given in the sketches. So what I'm doing here is cutting all the pieces for my sketches, and as you see, there are a lot of small paper strips involved in the sketches. So this is why these sketches are perfect for using your stash and your paper strips. And now you can watch me putting together the 2 versions of sketch number 9. And while you're doing that, I can tell you more about Kendra's Card Challenge. I told you about the free PDF you get every quarter. And in order to download this PDF, there's a link in my description box, and it brings you to Patreon, where you have to join, but it's a completely free option and you just have to give your email address. There are of course also paid options for Kendra's Patreon, and you should check them out as well, because they give Kendra the possibility to keep the challenge free for all. And in the paid options, there are different tiers, and depending on the tier, there are great perks coming with the membership. And for example, these perks include a free card from Kendra, which you get by mail, the access to past Kendra's card challenges, or a free card kit or a card kit sampler. And Kendra has also a shop where you can buy digital products like digital papers, or also the cutting files for your electronic cutting machines. And before I forget, I have to tell you that with Kendra's Card Challenge, you can also win great prizes, because there are monthly and quarterly prizes, which Kendra draws in a video that she puts out on her YouTube channel at the end of each month. And if you want to participate in the challenge, all you have to do is upload one photo of all the 18 cards you made with the challenge to an InLinks party. And there are 3 links to InLinks parties included in the PDF, and you have to use the one for the respective month you're participating in. You can participate 3 times per quarter, so 1 time for each month in the quarter. And if you do participate in the challenge, I really recommend you to watch the videos I mentioned on the YouTube channel Cards by Kendra, because you have to claim your prize if you are a winner. That's easily done through a form, but you have to claim it. And in this video, there's also a showcasing which Kendra does with photos of the 18 cards from the challenge. And if you want to be part of this showcasing in the video, then you have to upload your photo not only to the InLinks party, but also in addition to the Kendra's Card Challenges Facebook group, which is also linked in my description box. And there's an album there for each month, and there you can upload your photo. And I really recommend you to join the Facebook group, because you get great inspiration there, but also support if you need it. So my first 2 cards are almost finished. I just add my sentiments, on which I also have a matting layer in the back, just to have a little bit contrast in the card. And as you saw before, I used some foam tape for dimension for some of the strips. I really like how they turned out. Do you like them? Now we're coming to sketch number 11, and again I'm going to make 2 versions of the sketch. I have already cut my papers, and now I'm beginning to arrange these small paper strips. I started out by the top and bottom strip, and then I put 1 strip in the middle, and then again another 2 strips in the middle between the strips I have already put down here. For the first layer, I'm going to glue the strips directly on the paper, and for the other diagonals, I'm going to use foam tape to have dimension in the card. So coming back to prices. I already told you about the monthly and quarterly prices of Kendra's Card Challenge, but throughout the quarter there are a lot of super sponsor hops where you can also win prizes. And this video is part of such a super sponsor hop, in this case for Crafty Critter, one of the super sponsors of Kendra's Card Challenges 18. And there is a playlist linked in my description box where you can find all the videos participating in this hop. And I really encourage you to watch all the videos, because my design team colleagues are also working with the beautiful foiling products of Crafty Critter, and I'm sure you get great ideas and inspiration there as well. And in this giveaway hop, you have the chance to win a free official Patreon membership for 1 month of Cards by Kendra. And there is a form linked in my description box, and you have to fill in the form by the 17th of June 2025. The winner will be randomly chosen and announced on the Cards by Kendra YouTube channel under Posts. And you can find all the details in my description box. Now you can watch me putting all the papers and pieces I have already put together on the right spot on the cards. And there you can see what the difference it makes, whether you choose a patterned paper as your background of the card, or whether you choose a foilage sheet. And then I prepared my sentiments. I used 2 versions of the big foiled smile. And in the background I have some pieces of the patterned paper as well. I add my sentiments with foam tape again, but I put the foam tape just on one side because the diagonal pieces are already elevated through the foam I used before. For the other side I just use glue, and so I have the same height for both sides of the sentiment. And these are my second 2 cards finished. I really like this shine and sparkle of all the foil. And here are all the 4 cards we made today, with sketches 9 and 11 from Kendra's Card Challenge 18. And again, I recommend you to use these sketches with your paper strips in your stash. I really hope you enjoyed watching the video, and if you did, please consider leaving me a like, a comment, or even subscribing to my channel if you have not already done so. Don't forget to participate in the prize drawing through the form linked in my description box. Good luck and see you next time. Servus!